Okay, so here is our Unit 6 Test 1 review. I know it just says test review, but I think we'll have a second Unit 6 test. So Unit 6 Test 1 review. Solve the expression of 4 cubed, or 4 to the third power. Keep in mind that means we're taking 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So it's not times, well, no, gotta back it up. Only 3 4s, so we're taking 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, and if we take 16 times 4, we end up with 64. 4 to the third power, or 4 cubed, would be 64. Number 2, select all the equations where x equals 8 is a solution. Well, to be a solution, it means it has to have, or it has to make the equation true. So we should be able to plug in 8 for x, and it should be true. So like, for example, if I plug in 8 here, 8 minus 5 equals 3, not 0. So this one would not work. On this one, if I plug in an 8 here, 9 minus 8 is 1. So yes, that one does work. If I plug in an 8 here, 1 plus 8 is 9, not 7. So that one does not work. In this case, we have 2 and 8. And remember, when they're together like that, that means to multiply. And 2 times 8 does equal 16. So that would be true. X squared would be 8 squared, which means 8 times 8, which is 64. So yes, that one is a solution as well. And 1/5 of 8, well, if I take 1/5 of 8, remember that'd be 8 over 1. We'd have 8/5, which is equal to 1 and 3/5. So no, that does not equal 8. So in this case, we have B, D, and E that all give us 8. Go ahead and put by number 2 a smiley face as well, please. That way we know you are listening. Number 3. Here's an expression, 16 minus 2t. Evaluate the expression as t is 2. That means I would have 16 minus 2 to the second power. Well, 2 to the second power, if I use my order of operations, that's going to be 4. So I have 16 minus 4, and if I could keep going to get my pizza slice there, I would if I ran out of room. So 16 minus 4 gives me 12. For part B, it says evaluate the expression when t is 4. So I'm going to come over here. We'd have 16 minus 2 to the 4th. And again, I'm going to do that part first. And 2 to the 4th would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Or 4 times 2 is 8. Times 2 is 16. So we'd have 16 minus 16 here. So my answer would be 0 for part B. All right, number 4. Number 4 says 2/3 of the students in band are in 6th grade. So 2/3 of the students in band are in 6th grade. How many 6th graders are there if the band has 180 students? Well, 2/3 of the students. So 2/3 of 180 would give us that amount. So I can put that 180 over 1. And then I can remember, oh yeah, 3 does go into 18. So 3 is going to go into 180. 3 goes into 3 once here and into 60 here. And then we would just take 2 times 60 to get 120. 120 students are in band or in 6th grade. How many 6th graders are there if the band has 90 students? So again, we're taking 2/3 of 90. Well, one thing I noticed is 90 is half of 180. So it should make sense it'd be half of that. But I'll go ahead and work that out and see. So 3 goes into 90 once here, and 3 goes into 90 30 times here, and 2 times 30 gives me 60. So yeah, that did make sense. It ended up being half. That's kind of convenient there. All right, moving on to part C. Part C on the backside says, if the band has X students, write an expression for the number of sixth graders in terms of X. Well, what have we done? We have taken 2/3 times however many students there are. And if we don't know what there is, we can just say 2/3 times X would give us our number of sixth graders. However many there are, if there was 190, or excuse me, 180, or just 90, or however many. So part D, it says, how many students are in the band if 42 of them are sixth graders? That means our answer equals 42. So we're taking 2/3 of X to equal 42. That means I have to divide by that 2/3. I have to divide by 2/3. So I'm going to be taking 42 and dividing by 2/3. And remembering what to do there, we're going to take 42 times, and we're going to use that reciprocal. Use 3/2. And the good part is I can simplify. 2 goes into 2 once and into 42 21 times. And 21 times 3 would be 63. So there would be 63 students in all if 42 of them are sixth graders, if it follows the same pattern. All right, order of operations. We're going to solve using the order of operations. So my PEMDAS, and I might just write it over here so that I know, and M and D and A and S are together there because neither one is more important than the other. They go from left to right. So I do have parentheses, so I'm going to start there and get 3. And when I bring everything else down, remember, the 2 next to the parentheses means to multiply, so I'm just going to put a dot there at this point. I'm going to do 5 squared next because I have exponents. So I'd have 25 because it's 5 times 5 minus 11 plus 2 times 3. At that point, I have some multiplication, so I'm going to do that. So I have 25 minus 11 plus 6 now. And all I have left is add and subtract, so it's time to just work left to right. So 25 minus 11 is 14 plus 6, and if I could put it right below, I would. But otherwise, my answer is 20. Okay, number 6, same thing. I don't have parentheses, but I do have exponents, so I'm going to start there and do 16, because remember, it's 4 times 4. So 18 minus 12 divided by 6 plus 16. Well, division, because that comes before adding or subtracting. So I'm going to divide this to get 2. So I have 18 minus 2 plus 16. And then, again, back to add and subtract. So all I'm going to do is work left to right. 18 minus 2 is 16 plus 16. And then our answer then would be 32. All right. Number 7. I have 20 minus 2 times 8 plus 5. I don't have any parentheses. I don't have any exponents, so I'm going to jump right to my multiplication. So multiplication is going to be 16. And I have 20 minus 16 plus 5. Again, we're down to just add and subtract, so I'm going to work left to right. So 20 minus 16 is 4. Plus 5 would give me 9 for the answer. And number 8, we have parentheses. So I'm going to start in there and get 12. And remember, the 4 on the outside means I'm going to multiply those. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that as a dot and then hit divided by 2 there. All I have is multiplying and dividing. I don't even have adding or anything, so I'm just going to work left to right. 4 times 12 is 48. And then divided it by 2 to give me 24 for my answer. All right, and finally, number 9, match the equation to one of the 2 tape diagrams. So every one of these goes with either A or B. So if I take a look, this one I have 3 x's, x, 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 and I'm getting 9. So if I were to kind of think about that, that's going to be 3, 3, and 3. Okay. Oh, by the way, by number 8, put a check mark. Okay. By number 8, put a check mark. So I'd have 3, 3, 3, and that would give me 9. Well, in this case, I have something and then 3 attached to it. So to get this 9 here, I've got to have 6. So I could solve all these and figure that out. See if, okay, is it 6 plus 3 to give me 9, or is it 3 plus 3 plus 3, or 3 times something? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just list them. So noticing for A, that one goes with B, okay, my big B there. Little b is going to go with little a, or big A, sorry. C, if you notice, is the exact same thing, just flip-flopped. So it's going to go up here. Same thing with D. It's the same as A, just flip-flop. So we're going to put D down here. E, x equals 9 minus 3. So to get that x, if I take 9 minus 3, I would get 6. So that's got to go down here with B. And then for F, 9 divided by 3 is 3, which is my answer for A. So that one's going to go up here for F. And then the last one, x plus x equals 9, or 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. So G would go up here. All right. So hopefully this helps. Come in and ask questions if you're stuck. Good luck on the test.